Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good morning, farmers. Let's not even ask questions about the traffic. I'm just over here to harvest one of my fields. That guy is pushing the van. Oh, that's great. Is that an electric car? He does look PO'd as well, too, doesn't he? He does not look happy. He's like, whatever, dude. Whatever. This guy back here is probably wondering, I had nothing to do with it, but I got it all on my dash cam. Anyways, we are over here on the eastern side of the map. Our pea field is ready for harvest. It is now June 9th, actually. I have not checked the greenhouses, but we did greenhouses last episode, so I figured, yeah, we don't need to do the greenhouses today. Yeah, all of our fields on the eastern side, so we are over here, actually. You can see this field over here. It's only 22% ready for harvest, 16%. Those peas are ready. Wait, are these all different? Oh, peas and peas. I'll have to do probably these two first. The big field over here, one of the biggest, it says ready for harvest, but it says 0%. Must be one stalk of barley is ready for harvest. Meanwhile, what is the market today for peas? $9.42. Is that good? I don't know, but it sounds good. Yeah. Larry spicy pumpkin soup, plow a field. Just 3 jobs today. No, I don't want to do that. Actually, we'll just teleport over to here for a second. Let me out of the truck, please. Yeah, our crops look like they are ready for... Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure those out in a minute. I'll figure those out later. Yeah, my crops are ready. I should have known that because I think I end up finally sleeping a week at a time instead of doing it day by day because this took forever. So our crops are ready, but we want to harvest, that's for sure. So header down, turn it on. We will cruise. Now, I did do a test once before as to, hello Joshua, as to where I harvested at full speed and actually got more of a yield than harvesting at cruising speed. Now, there's been a couple patches since then, so I don't know if that's going to be the case, but we're going to do it the correct way, which is harvesting at cruising speed. I do have, obviously, our trailer over here, and I didn't use the big modern tractor to bring it over because someone did ask me if the big modern tractor is the only tractor that can pull that. And I pretty much said any tractor. The only tractor I have not tried pulling with that is the Jack Bear, which I don't think would even hook up to that. So there's our field of lupine, which is kind of ready. And how is my header not picking that up? Want to tell me that? Of course you don't. So the one downfall about the harvesting on the eastern side, I've never harvested over here myself. At least I don't think. Oh no, I have harvested over here myself when I did contracting jobs. Someone way in there, I want to say about a year ago, you could get cultivating jobs and plowing jobs with crops in the field. So you would accept a job, harvest the crops, you could sell the crops, and then harvest / plow the field and still get the money and social points for that. So I think that's the only time I really actually harvested over here myself. Now, since I've owned the fields, we pretty much hire workers. Oh, don't back into the crop. I think I probably did. I don't know who put that field there anyways. It's too close. That's why you do a headland first. So, yeah, we're just going to fill up the trailer as best we can. No sense of selling, taking my trip all the way over there unless I have a full trailer. The only place to sell peas is on that store on the western side. Actually, for peas, it seems like we're filling up pretty darn good. So, yeah, I got this field here for peas, and obviously another field of peas to harvest as well. We get done what we get done. I have lost a few hours in the day because I had to bring the harvester over here and then the tractor and trailer over here, and it's already 9 o'clock in the morning. And we are in no rush to get things done. And I know that peas, that looks like a good price, but I really don't know if it is or isn't. So maybe you guys can tell me how much you've seen peas go for, or maybe you don't. I know some people just do winter canola. That's all they ever do. They skip the whole season and just plow, cultivate, and fertilize and plant winter canola in September, sleep through the winter, harvest their winter canola in the spring, and start the process all over again. Which is fine. That's the way you like to play. We all play differently, but we play to have fun. Okay, I'm getting now 7 social points, which does also want me to mention that it's been, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks now. I can't remember. It's been 2 or 3 weeks, and some of our flowers, as you can probably tell, have grown, because I used to just get 5 social points. Now we're getting 7. I think it's the Delilah that grew up and is blooming. And the week before this, it did rain, so I sat there for a while and let it rain for like about 3 in-game hours, just to make sure that all of our flowers got the moisture they deserve. Although I probably should have skipped to see if my wife would take care of them. But, you know, why take that chance? My wife just likes to collect the chicken eggs and milk the cows. And lately that's about it. So hopefully that I'm gone and doing work. I still have not got no melon pie. So, but yeah, I don't know. Not that I desperately need it. I got plenty of canned tomato sauce and whatnot to fulfill us for a while. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to get a full trailer. I just remembered, is my scarecrow in the field? Because that's an extra 10%. I think it's an extra 10% yield, unless they changed it. So about 25% of the field being done is when we get a full combine. So in theory, I should get 4 full combines out of this. But then again, that's always in theory. And so long as I harvested, I'm almost forgetting what buttons I have to press here and there. I will say, since the update, I'm noticing some graphical differences. I am running on, of course I can't get a good camera view here. Yeah, I'm noticing some things have been, like the back of the Fleagle trailer right now looks a little bit better. The combine looks a little bit cleaner, although it seems to me like it's a little bit brighter than it should be. Let me go to options here. Where gamma, let's lower the gamma just a little bit. That seems better. I'm starting to think I might need some sunglasses here. Alright, which one's turn on the header? Like I said, Ben Salons is actually harvested. I'm hitting the buttons for Farming Simulator. Like, why isn't this thing harvesting? Oh, yeah. Because you're playing the wrong game. I don't know. I've never tried. I just, usually when I start a game and the game tells me this key does this key does that, I just usually, for the most part, leave it there. I don't know if I can rebind the keys. Have not tried that. Probably have to do it outside the game. It's like the steering wheel. I know you can use a steering wheel in this game, and I just never hooked it up because I did try it once, but it seems like you can only use the steering wheel and not the keyboard, and vice versa. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't look too hard into it. But I'm so used now to playing keyboard on Farmer's Dynasty, it doesn't bother me too much. Of course, I used to say that about Farming Simulator. Now, in Farming Simulator, if I were to go back to a keyboard, I'm like, where is my steering wheel? So, the farm will actually make some good cash today, I think. Not as much, if I did do the greenhouses, we'll make tons more money. I may have to do that. Of course, we're going to have to do the greenhouses at some point. So maybe we'll harvest this field. I'll run around and we'll clean out all the greenhouses and replant them. The longer they sit there, we'll let you harvesting them. Now, the interesting thing is, I forgot what patch it was, but the wife is supposed to go ahead and take care of the greenhouse. I would assume that's just the one at the farm. I don't know if we did try that once before. I think we left the crops in the greenhouse for like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, I think. And she never did nothing. Absolutely nothing. She was like James before this last patch. James the cat, yeah, just didn't do the job that she was supposed to do. It's kind of like the goose and duck eggs. I don't think that's been fixed yet either. Although I think the last patch was mostly graphical, and they help to load on PCs right now. I assume they're doing all that because, of course, they're trying to get this ready for console, which now, I don't think I mentioned it yet. Was that did I mention it last week? Was Gamescom? I don't remember. But anyways, I guess full release for Farmers Dynasty is now expected in the first quarter of 2020. We shall see. We've heard many dates when this will be at full release, and at full release, that should mean coming to console players. Yeah, half full. So I can go around one more time. We'll empty back into the trailer again. So we should get a full trailer out of here. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to harvest this field. Maybe when we get a full trailer, we'll stop. I don't have to worry about the crops withering, I don't think. If it went through winter, I might have to worry about them withering. I never had crops wither, and I did ask, I asked someone about withering. I can't remember who. Or I mentioned it, and someone left a comment at least that, yeah, they've had crops wither before through winter. I did try it at early release. Now we're talking about early December of 2017 when the game first came out. Of course, you start in August, and my first September, I planted crops because I did not know September was the last month before it switched over to April, and I slept. And I woke up in April, but all my crops were still there. I didn't lose any crops. And I had like corn. I had all the crops pretty much planted by then. So I didn't lose any. I've never lost a field to crops for withering or dying or whatnot. Yeah, I should be able to make it back. I mean, I did the first time, and this field's getting smaller as I go around, so we should be able to get it back around one more time. But my PC is pretty high-end, so I never really had a problem before the last update with the game. Well, I had the problem with the game crashing. That's because I hire workers, and workers seem to cause the game to crash. We might be hiring some workers here in the near future after we get done harvesting these fields. I don't know if I want to come over here and plow and cultivate these fields or not. So I may just hire some workers to test it out and see if it'll crash on me. But overall, I think I had a couple people did comment since the last update that their computer doesn't crash the game as much as it used to. And it seemed to be running this a little bit better. But there was a lot of patches in the last update. Nothing that was that you can well, I shouldn't say physically see, but no new equipment or anything like that came into the game. Alright, so we are pretty close to being full, so since we're going past our trailer, I'm going to go ahead and dump this in there and make a few more trips around here. I'm hitting L. That's the wrong button. I don't need lights. I need that out. There we go. And empty. So I want to harvest some more. I'll probably see you again when we get a full trailer. Then we'll go ahead and travel all the way across the map. We'll sell this crop of peas. And then we'll start jaunting around the map to all our greenhouses and replant some more crops. And see if I can plant some more in the sky over there. That looks kind of interesting. Well, now we begin the long journey from the east side to the west side. About actually 30% of the field still is ready for harvest. And I got like maybe 2,500 kilograms of grain still left in the combine, which is going to have to sit there until I get to it later. Yeah. Now all the way over to the east side to sell our grain. Excuse me, the west side. I think there actually is a silo over here down there, but no sense of storing it. I mean, if I was doing a lot of harvesting jobs, I probably would. Or if this trailer was being used and I was using the smaller trailers, I'd bring it down there and store it in the smaller trailer, and then come get the Flegel trailer and then go deliver it that way. Yeah, but you can see this FV tractor has no problem hauling all this grain, as long as I stay in the road. I am noticing that looks like a lot of other farmers planted some corn down. It would be fun to get a harvesting job for someone else. We should get somewhere, I'm guessing around, what, 28 grand for this delivery? Which is not bad for a half day's work so far. Of course, about almost 3 hours of it was driving the combine over. Thank God you can teleport in this game, because imagine if you couldn't teleport in this game, I would have to drive the combine all the way over, and then maybe run to a bus stop and take the bus stop back to the house. And then run up and grab a tractor and the trailer. Certainly make for your days would be a lot shorter if you have to keep taking the bus for everything. Now there's Janet up there. One of these days maybe she will sell us some seed. I don't know. Alright, so over the bridge we go. To Grandma's house we go. Oncoming traffic, but yeah, the way traffic drives in this game, I think I can drive out in front of people. So I kind of brought you this way, or brought us this way, so you can see the front yard now. So you can see the flowers growing up in the front. The grass is getting a little tall. Actually, all the flowers are out now. So adding all the flowers in the front only gave us an extra 2 social points. I wonder if I would get more if my lawn was mowed right now. But you gotta be careful with the mower, because if you get too close to flowers, like in real life, you know, zip zip, they're gone. I have not tried it yet, but I don't want to try to find out. Now I'm thinking, like I said, with that entire front yard, maybe I'll just turn it all into flowers, so I don't ever have to mow there again. I was also looking, because it's been a while, I'm looking on the trees to see if apples regrow during the same season. Or can you only pick them once in the season? Now, if you can only pick them once in the season, I think they should change it to where you pick the apples in September, because that's, you know, where I'm from. That's when, that's when you really start picking apples. Now you could watch them grow all year. The bees would pollinate the blooming flowers of the apple trees in about April and May. Then it's about a month or 2 before you start seeing the apples start to grow on trees. And then right around late August, early September, and I'm just talking about where I live, that's when the apples start to turn. And it used to be an old rule around here is you don't pick apples until the first frost. Which for here is pretty darn soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and sell some crop. Yeah, actually the other night it got down at my house at 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just 3 degrees above a frost. So people are picking apples now already. The problem is if you try to wait for the first frost, sometimes you go to the orchards and they're already cleaned out. Because as I'm recording this on Labor Day here in the States, it's a long weekend, so a lot of people tend to drive up where I live and visit the orchards and go ahead and pick the apples. My wild apple trees, I leave that for the deer and whatever else wants to have the apples. It's like, is that grain even going down? It is. It's going down. Whoa. Must have been, was there a light pole there, or what the heck was that? It was like a lightning strike or something. Got awfully bright there for a second. I did not see what my total was before I started, so I can't really say how much I got out of this, but it's more than what we had to start with. Alright, so let me drive this back to the farm. Put it on cruise control, because you'll drive probably a little bit faster. And I was trying to figure out if I wanted to make the corner and go which way I wanted to go on that side of the post. And I decided the third option was to run right dab into the middle of it, because that's what I usually do. Yeah, so now it's time to go around and clean out the greenhouses. And definitely make them into canned whatever as soon as possible. Maybe I'll go down and visit the pantry as well to see if the wife has made any melon pie. I doubt she would have, because maybe she doesn't have the recipe. We got the ingredients, but she doesn't have the recipe. I think to make this game, they should add more jobs, like mow the lawn. Like he's got apple trees there, you know, pick their apples if you haven't already picked them yourself. Actually, you should get penalized for picking other farmers' apples. I mean, it's like stealing crop, really. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and park this down in our parking lot. And ever since I fixed the parking lot and didn't have the trailers hitched up to one another, they're all staying nice and straight. So before, I had them all hitched up, ready to go. Oh yeah, how is our slurry pit doing? Of course, I call it a slurry pit. Wow, it's only 36% full. Yeah, the lawn. Yeah, I don't know why my... Well, maybe because I got the weed whacker in my hands. Maybe that's why she can't. Hey, Ronnie's out today. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, he give me the side eye. That's what roosters do. Hi, honey. I'm not sure what she's gesturing to me there, but I don't know. Her gestures when she does that, it makes me a little bit nervous. I was coming down here because I want to see if the ducks and geese are out. When Ronnie's out, usually the ducks and geese are out playing. Yep, they're over here. And the ducks, yep, they're over here as well. They're all doing good. Alright, so let's run on over. Actually, since the... no, I'll leave the door open because I don't know if the door... That's funny. The ducks and geese are down there. Oh, they're not all down there. Okay, so like just some of them are? Interesting. I really don't ever look around in here. Not since I built up the place and just went, alright, it's good to go. Alright, so we put in paprika in here. Alright, no problem. The moisture in here probably really sucks because I didn't do nothing with the greenhouses. Actually, it's not that bad. I mean, if I was in the early stages of the game, I'd be making sure everything's at 100%, but... You know, when you got over $3 million, you're like, whatever. Now, really, tomatoes seemed like it was the way to go in my testing, but... Like I said, I don't... I'm not in the dire need of money, so... I just plant everything differently because I like to have one of everything in storage at all times. Just in case the devs decide to add something to the game, and I don't want to be like, well, I could be doing that, but I don't have any of that. So that's what we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Make sure I click on that one. Always fun watching me to put down planters. Did they fix it so you can't put... I think we did that already. Yeah, so you can't put planters down there anymore, so they fixed that. Unless they're floating up there somewhere. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn that on. I think I'll save the game. So I drove all the way from the other side to here. So let's go ahead and save the game before something stupid happens. Saving the game and game saved. Yeah, I want to come over here and check the apples. So we picked them about a month ago, and the apples are regrowing. Okay. They're green right now, so I'm going to guess every 2 months you can pick apples. All right, on over to the next greenhouse now. This is where it's going to get interesting. So if you saw last week's episode, I got floating pallets. Or planters. Well, I can pick them up. And by the looks of it, I could replant them. Oh, you even got planters out here. Okay. So are these all tomatoes I'm picking up? Yeah, pick up tomatoes. Alright, so I'll have to replant some tomatoes back in here. I'm not going to plant any up there for a couple reasons. One, it looks stupid, obviously. But if they do happen to come up with a patch and fix that sometime soon, I don't want that to cause a glitch with everything else I got going on in here. Oops, I missed one. But also they did fix, and I think I did show us last week, the seed storage over here now works. Tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of all of our greenhouses. I'll bring it back near the end of cleaning out these guys or replanting or however you want to call it. Restocking, I don't know. And we'll see how much vegetables are in my pocket. Is that a tomato in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? So far, we did the greenhouse here back at the farm. I took care of this one here. And this is the one that had all the planters up in the ceiling. You could actually, if you wanted to, all 3 greenhouses there, you can plant up there the same as you saw. We are now down here at this greenhouse, and I just realized this table here, I cannot plant nothing on it. There was nothing on it, and I can't plant nothing on it. I do have some, these were pumpkins that were in here. I do have some that are not fully grown, because I think this is the one I came in to where some were ready for harvest way early last week, and that's why I changed them out, harvested them and took them out. But I figured I'd just go ahead and show you. I do have a problem with one of the tables in here. Yeah, and also I want to show you as well, if I come in here. Some people may not know this. Melons. I'm right on melons, 718. So you can see when I'm on it, it says E to pick up melon. Now, I think it has to be this way. If you go to options, tool mode, and I got hold as my option. So you can use it the same way as a tool. So I'm going to press and just hold E, and then just run down the green. You don't have to keep tapping E if you got it on hold. You just go down and click them all. Same way as planting them. Left mouse button, I'm just going to press and hold left mouse button and just run down the tables. And it plants them all. Certainly makes harvesting your greenhouse easier than just try to keep tapping the E button or the left mouse button all the time to go ahead and collect them. But I'm curious if I'm going to have any more problems with the tables, but we got one more set of greenhouses to go after this. But it's not going to take me too long. It's not taking me too long to do this at all. Early stages playing the game, as soon as you can buy one of these greenhouses, I would probably recommend it. Because these are ready to harvest every... Oh, what are these, tomatoes again? Yeah, you can harvest these like every 3 weeks. Compared to a field that takes like about 2 months. And as long as you take the vegetables back and use your cooktop and make cans, you can definitely make a good profit off the greenhouses. Yeah, now I think these were like $250,000, so it's not like you can just, first day on the farm is run out and go ahead and collect them. That one there, and that one there is all done. Save the game. Save the game. Wait for it to save before you teleport too. I'm just saying. Yes, so the other greenhouse is up here. Alright, so it looks like I got a whole bunch of assortments. What have I not planted yet? Cucumbers. Cucumber. Can I press both buttons? No. No, you can't press both buttons at once because it's also E to remove, so I'm planting and removing at the same time. So don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. I make them all just for you. So you don't have to. Yeah, the reason why there's an assortment of things planted in here, because after the update, for some reason, some of my greenhouse crops were ready. Other ones, I mean, they should not have been ready yet, but they were. I don't understand why some were and some, you know, were stayed on the same schedule that they should be on. I did plant a lot of tomatoes, but I mean, tomatoes are the way to go, I do think. At least it was when I was doing the testing. Oh god, I did that. I don't know. 2 months ago? Time is flying by this summer. There we go. There's one greenhouse down. 2 more to go. I probably should look up in the ceiling because I haven't been. These are not ready yet. Oh yeah, this is another greenhouse with double tables, or this is the greenhouse with double tables. Yeah, so here's another table. Yeah, I cannot plant nothing on it. 2 tables there, 2 tables there, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... is there only 2 greenhouses here? Yeah, only 2 greenhouses at this spot. So there are all of our greenhouses taken care of. See you again in about 3 weeks, I would say. So we can hop on our vehicle and we go to our inventory. So today we got 747 paprika, 6,000 tomatoes, 628 zucchini, 423 pumpkins, 287 melons. I'm looking at the nutrition. Let's run downstairs to the pantry. Enter. So I do have apples and melons in here. And still no melon pie. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to bother making any more cans at this point. I'm just going to put all raw ingredients in here, if you will. I can double click. Because I want to see if my wife is going to make anything special out of all these ingredients. I don't think she is for some reason. I mean, before, I used to get a lot of meals, and now hardly meals at all. Maybe because I'm not, I don't know. Maybe because I used to, well, when we used to do a whole day on the farm, I mean, it would be from 6 a.m. to like 10 o'clock at night. And where is she now? Oh, she's over here feeding the chickens. There's James. Timmy's all happy. One day, though, when I was sleeping, I woke up and Rex was sleeping right in the middle of the road. And I thought about recording, but then it kind of looked sad because, well, I mean, the way he was laying in the road did not look right. So I was like, that doesn't look good. No, let's not put that on there. But yeah, it was kind of funny, but then also kind of like, yeah, you can't show that. That'd be bad. Hey, Janet, where are you ever going to get seeds? I don't think I've seen Janet since the model updates. No, this is, yeah, she looks, when they had the model updates, I didn't really go around and look at all the different characters, or not different, the same character, but the different model, but that definitely does not look like the Janet when we started. Yeah, our Janet had a hat and glasses. I would ask you for seeds, but I know you don't have any. I'm digging those 1970s pants stuff.
Hi.
Hello, nice to see you.
No, I don't want to give her a compliment.
This is a really nice place to live.
Could use a mala too, though.
Hey, I'm a builder.
Thanks. See you around.
There's an option for you. I'm a builder. A mauler too. Yeah, we don't. Well, there is Redberry. I haven't been up to Redberry. I did hear a couple. Where am I? Oh, I need to go over here. A couple of reports about Redberry that some people's buildings are missing up in Redberry. I don't think I have that problem, but yeah. Oh yeah. Someone else did ask me about third-person view. Now I think what they saw was when I sit down at the fireplace. So as far as I know, there is no third-person view in the game. Did they change it? No, I'm hitting C. When you're in a trailer or tractor, I guess you can jump in the back of a trailer. But when you're in a tractor, so when you're in a vehicle and you hit the C button, and it does tell you change camera. It'll zoom out, and then you could be in cab, zoom out, whatever. As for walking around, there is no third-person view. Now, I think what they saw is when I go sit down at the fireplace. Oh, that's why I can't run, because you're hungry. There we go. Yeah, so when you're at a fireplace like this, that's how they give you a third-person view. Now, like I'm moving my mouse around, yeah, I can't change the view. It's just, I don't know why. It's kind of weird that they give you a view here, like when you sit here, you can watch the fireplace. But if you come on down to the river, to the pond. If I sit here, they give me a third-person view facing me. I want to see the pond. So that's why we always come up and sit at the fireplace, because we get a nice view. Well, you can kind of see the pond and the fire. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time on A Day on the Farm. But until then, have a good one.